What's going on, you guys? My name is Heath Cox, and I have been assigned Tatro versus the University of Minnesota. So Amanda Tatro, who was a student in the mortuary science program at the University of Minnesota. This program helps students develop into funeral directors and morticians. This field study has lab courses that the students learn about embalming and anatomy. So these courses use donated cadavers to help educate their students on these specific practices. During the later months of the fall semester in 2009, Tatro posted several Facebook posts that were considered threatening and disrespectful to the donated cadavers. Some of these quotes from Facebook include, "Who knew embalming lab was so cathartic? I still want to stab a certain someone in the throat with a trocar though." Next quote, "Give me a room, lots of aggression to be taken out with a trocar." Next quote, "I get to dissect Bernie today." She called the cadaver Bernie, based off of a movie she used to see. "Let's see if I can have the lab void reprimanding and have my scalpel taken away. Perhaps if I just hide it in my sleeve, ... End quote. So Miss Tatro's Facebook settings allowed her friends and friends of friends to see these postings that included hundreds and hundreds of people. The university's Office for Student Conduct and Academic Integrity filed a complaint against Tatro. In the spring semester, Tatro was put on academic probation for the remainder of her undergraduate career and thus receiving a failing grade in the current anatomy class that she was currently in. So Tatro argued that these Facebook posts were in her First Amendment rights, that signed a disclosure form indicating that she understood and agreed to abide by the program rules. The lower court found that the university did not violate Tatro's right to free speech because evidence showed that university's rules and sanctions imposed were not unreasonable or oppressive, and later on a higher court did find the same thing as the higher court. So the posture on that, the court, they're risking fighting back from students in their First Amendment rights. Also, at this point in 2009, it was the earlier days of Facebook. People didn't really realize what they could and could not post on social media. Also, the university, did they make judgments arbitrarily? I don't think so. I believe that in this case, the things that she was saying, including some of the things that I mentioned here, were very threatening to this donated body. I'm sure that the families of the body that was donated, Bernie, as she would call him, would not appreciate the way she was speaking about the body. So and I agree, in my opinion, if you agree to those student code and conduct policies, no matter how long they are, you may be agreeing to behavior that will be formed around that code of conduct. And I believe it's important for us to be able to see that as future educators. So some of the issues, did the university have the authority to suspend her based off the off-campus issues on social media? Again, I believe so, based on the speech that she was using on social media. And the university have a right to suspend Tatro and give her a failing grade in the current class. According to the class that she was currently in, the syllabus read specifically that failure to adhere to these rules may result in the eviction of your lab and the course. So again, the courts found that the university did not violate Tatro's First Amendment rights because of the agreements that she signed, agreed with the syllabus that and failure to adhere to these rules may cause an eviction of the lab in this course. So I believe that everything that the university did in this case was in the right manner, that they did everything they needed to. And for me, this case is really relatable because I work at the DeBusk College of Osteopathic Medicine at Lincoln Memorial University here in Knoxville. So most of my students will be taking an anatomy class where they are dealing with donated cadavers. So for me, it was actually kind of a almost perfect case brief that I could have done for this one. So with that being said, for us as higher education professionals, it's important that our students are aware of what they're doing and what they're saying on social media platforms. Make sure that we are aware of the conduct that is happening in the classroom. Make sure we are aware and allowing this time just to be a learning circle. So with that being said, that is Tatro versus the University of Minnesota. If you have any questions, please leave some below. Thanks, you guys. Have a great day.